The history of color guard. Color guard is just a bunch of girls throwing things they shouldn't be throwing while running around on the field with band at halftime, right? Incorrect. Color guard is a performance-based sport that combines the art of dance with the spinning of flags, rifles, and sabers. Most people don't know about the hours of dedicated practice it takes and the thrill of performing in front of at least 100 people when they think about guard, nor do they think about the history of color guard and its military roots. In older times, armies would come to battle with flags of the colors and crests of their respective rulers. For example, in the 9th century in the Islamic world, armies representing the Abbasid caliphs would carry a solid black flag, and during the 15th century War of the Roses, the House of Lancaster and the House of York carried red roses and white roses on their respective flags. In the 17th century, when firearms began to play a prominent role in European warfare, the most basic military unit was the regiment, and each regiment had its own flag color and also their own flag techniques. In early modern Europe, militaries used strategic marching techniques with the color guard placed in the formation as a reference point for the soldiers, like the blue dots in the 7-Eleven side parking lot used for the marching band. In early modern Europe, a color guard capturing the opposing regiment's colors or flags meant decisive victory. Sometimes regiments would burn their flags if it seemed that the opposing regiment would capture them. However, other than this, the flags were never to be destroyed, but put into museums if they were too old to be used in battle any longer. The use of the colors was abandoned in the early 20th century, where modernized weapons made it necessary to change military tactics. The military color guard was still used in the United States, Sweden, the Netherlands, and the UK. The military use of the color guard is now primarily for ceremonies like parades and the pre-game shows in football. The rifles and sabers used in military color guards symbolizes a pledge to protect the national colors. Now, how did this military tactic promote nationalism? Well, during times of war, sometimes color guards would march in parades to give citizens hope for a victorious outcome. Also, the more times that a certain regiment's color guard captured the opposing colors, the state of the victorious color guard's loyalty would experience a rise in nationalism, as their pride in their military reached new heights. However, the inverse is also true. When the color guard's colors were captured, nationalism would decrease as states feared the power of other states. Okay, last question. How did this military color guard transform into the performance-based sport that we know today? Well, don't the effects of flag features and spins seem mesmerizing sometimes? Well, Miss Piggy Twigs is said to be the woman who took military color guard to performance color guard when she got bored holding the American flag at right shoulder and began spinning and tossing the flag, eventually coming up with the Peggy spin. The color guard is used to accent the music and drill from marching bands and drum and bugle corps in the summer and fall seasons, usually providing choreography that is directly related to the band's show theme, interacting with band members, or just providing extra sparkle to the program that might place the band in a higher position during competitions. Then there's Winter Guard. Winter Guard is reserved for the winter and spring seasons for the color guard to perform as a unit by itself. Usually, color guard shows are used to convey the feelings of confidence, sorrow, or sometimes used to make audiences think about the world around them. That is color guard. That is all.